up, everybody? It is your girl, Kellie Nicole, and I am here to do a Easter tutorial. We're here. We're at Easter. Last year, we made all these fun items, and I'm here to do another fun one. So I hope you stick with me. This is going to be very similar to the other designs that we did. I'm doing this with foam board, and it's going to be fun. So I'm glad you're here. I know it's been a little minute since I've been here, but your girl got some things going on in her life, as I know we all do. So just stay tuned, have fun with me, join in with me, like, share, subscribe, and let's do this. So these are my prints that I have. These are, as I do before, we're making a pinball machine for Easter. We're going to make it out of foam board. So these are on sticker poster board. This is some of these options. Some of these items are optional, but I will go over that as we go along. This is the bottom of my pinball machine, which will be covered up with, Easter things. So this is optional. You don't have to print this one if you don't want. This is the top. We're going to put in a clear translucent film in between here. These are the sides that are optional if you want a tall back. Pinball machines have a tall back on the back of it. And so if you want that, then these go with that, these two. So they're optional as well, but I'll go over that again. Only because I had to print out 3 sheets to fit this on. And these are 24 by 36, I think. I don't know. This is that big, tall, optional back if you want it. This is the tall, optional back. I just printed both so you can see what both of them look like. This is the small back if you just want a normal back without doing this extra. Because if you do this big one, of course, it's going to cost more to print. These are the 2 little sides that goes with this back right here. And these are my 2 sides and my front. So I had to use 3 posters. This is it's going to be around size 13 by 19. So I wanted to do a big one. Of course, I'm going to have an 11 by 17 template, and I'm also going to have a 8.5 by 11. Sorry, we're going to have all of those templates available. So you will have 3 different options, to purchase the template so you can fill with your own design. So I just wanted to do this one with you guys, how I always do it, and we're going to get started. We're going to kind of do this the same way that I've done a lot of other videos. So I have my foam board. My foam board came from Hobby Lobby. This is my favorite foam board. They sell foam board at Walmart. It's a lot cheaper. They sell it at Dollar Tree. It's a lot cheaper. But hey, this is my favorite. I like this foam board. It's a better quality, and it comes from Hobby Lobby. Just like I said, it's $2.99. The black is my favorite. I do have white as well, and I really wanted to do this on white because white just kind of, because you see the ends of it when it, when you cut the boards and stuff. But the white does not cut as clean as the black. So I'm just going to do what I always do, and I bought enough white to do this, but I'm just going to go ahead and do it black. So we're going to stick our stickers down, and we're going to cut this out. And I might not leave every single step on here because y'all have seen me do this so many times. So what I'm going to do first is start cutting these down. Not too close. But just remember that I'm going to do all these pieces so you can see the different options. You don't have to do all of these pieces. You can decide what you want to do. So I'm going to start cutting down my pieces. I'm just going to cut everything out so I can stick them closer when I put them on the foam board. No need to waste a lot of space. I'm just cutting everything down, leaving like a 1/2 inch around everything. And this is what I'm going to continue to do. So I'm going to pause. I'm going to continue to cut everything out. And then I'll be back to start gluing some of the pieces to the foam board. So I cut all of my pieces out. Keep in mind, this is one side. This is another side. This is an option. This is the front. This is an option piece. This is an option piece. This is an option piece right here. This is the back. But you can use this back or this back. This is our front. This is the bottom, which is also an option. You don't have to use this if you don't want. And as I start to put this together, you will notice exactly what I'm talking about and why these are optional. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to get my foam board. I'm going to get it all ready and prepared. I'm going to get my X-Acto knife. And even though I very recently changed my blade, I'm going to change it again. Every time, hey, it's just me. I'm anal about my blade, and I change it way more than I should. And I'm going to change it when I find my blades. That's just me. I mean, if I get a whole bunch of projects out, of course I'll do a couple different projects with it. But there's no telling what I could last. So instead of me sitting here thinking hard and trying to see what I could last, I'm just going to change my blade. That's it. So I'm not going to put this one in a holder yet. I'm going to keep it out because I still may be able to use that to do something. But for this project, I'm putting in a new blade like I do every single time. Every single video I make, I change my blade. Not trying to be struggling through anything. So I'm going to go with the black foam board. We're going to start putting our stickers down. Then we're going to start cutting everything out. So before you stick things down, I would advise you to get your foam board, lay it down, and start piecing this stuff out like a puzzle. You know, you don't want to stick it down until you see exactly where it can fit. Okay, I can fit this on here, and this on here, and this on here. And let's see if I can fit this other one. Nope, not quite, but I can fit one. Let's see if I can fit this long one. Let's see. Yep, I can fit the long one. And so I'm going to do the long one. And I'm going to cut this flush right here before I even stick the sticker down. That way I won't have to even worry about that cut because that cut is perfect there. So if I cut this perfect here, I can put the sticker on close to the edge and only cut 3 sides. 1, 2, 3, if you get what I'm saying. So these 3 will go here. I'm just going to sit it to the side. Then I'm going to pick up another piece. I have this one like this. I have this one like this. And I might be able to put these 2 little ones on the inside. Let me find the other small one. I'll put it close. I can fit them both there. I'm going to move that to the side. Then I have these 2 pieces right here that I'm going to fit. And I also have that optional back. I really need 4 foam boards to do this, which is a whole lot. But I have to use 4 just so I can show y'all the different options. I have some pieces already here that I've been using for a while. I'm just going to look at these real quick and see what my options are over here. I'm just going to grab another piece of foam board. I'm just going to grab another piece. And then I'm going to put this second piece on here just so y'all can see the difference. So in total, I use 4 foam boards, which is a lot. But like I said, I'm just trying to show y'all different ways to do it. So we're just going to go and we're going to start sticking these down. I'm going to do them the same way I always do. I'm going to carefully peel the edge. Come on, edge, come on. Like so. I'm going to fold a piece of it down like that. And I'm just going to carefully stick that corner down. And then I'll slowly press and pull at the same time, trying to make sure that there are no big bubbles in it. You can't really re-stick it, so just go slow. You can push some bubbles out if you have to, but I would advise you just go slow. Just rub your hand down slowly and just go slow. See, I have a bubble there. I just pushed it out. I have a bubble here. I'm just going to slide it out like that. All right. So that's how you do it. I'm going to stick another one down. I'm going to move this closer to the edge because I like to save, you know, as much board, or I can put it right here just so I can save as much board, you know, scraps, so I can use it for other projects. Same way. I'm just going to lay it here. I'm going to smooth it down. I'm going to go slow. If I feel a little bubble, I'll go super slow. Sometimes I can flap this back this way so I can see what I'm doing. I'm just feeling right now. I'm just feeling bubbles. And as I feel a little tiny bubble, I'll press it out as I'm going. Just the key is to go slow. Go slow to avoid any unnecessary mistakes. Bubble, push it out. Bubble, push it out. Push out your bubbles. Okay, we got this. And I'm going to do the same for every piece. Then we'll come back, start cutting. Okay, so we are going to start cutting. I stuck all of my stickers down. I stuck them all down. And we are going to start cutting. I'm going to say again that this is the same way that I always cut these foam board projects out. I'm going to use my X-Acto knife. And I'm going to use my cork bottom ruler. Make sure I have my cutting mat under the bottom. I'm going to line my ruler here to here. I'm going to keep my fingers back. I'm going to take my blade and drag it across my ruler. Sometimes I cut twice just to make sure it's cut. And I'm going to keep turning and cutting until I am complete. Go slow and steady. Don't try to cut fast because then you may cut yourself and you don't want to cut yourself. So go slow, keep your fingers back. If you don't feel it break away, just go one more time lightly. Or two more times lightly until you feel it come apart. I have done many projects cutting out the same exact way. And so if you are new, this is what I do. But if you're not new, then you will see that this is the same process that I have been using. Slowly. Slowly. Like so. Twist it around to where you need it. We're going slow again until you cut all of your pieces out. So I am going to pause the video because this is very repetitive. You're just going to do the same motion to cut all of your pieces out. And of course, when you get to the one with the window, you're going to cut the inside of it out as well. So you don't need the white square in the middle. And I'll show you, just give me 1 second. Let me cut this side off. And with the new blade and this black foam board from Hobby Lobby, it cuts like butter. So I'm just going to keep cutting it out. And this one right here, this is the top of the machine. You're going to be able to see through this to see this. And you're going to cut this part out as well. So you're just going to have a frame. So I'm going to pause this. I'm going to keep cutting and I'll be back. Okay, so I cut all of my pieces out. This is my option back. These are the pieces that go with the option back. These three. This is my top. This is my option bottom. You can also have just a regular bottom like this. If you want to save yourself something on the printing, you don't have to print this one. You'll just do this. This will go like this. These sides will go like this. These sides will go like this. Just like so, if this is what you want. But if you want this one, then this will go like this. Oh my goodness. This will go like this, and that'll be the bottom of your pinball machine. That's if you want it like that. And you can glue these to the side, or you can glue them to the top, just like this. That's always optional if you want to glue it to the side or to the top. And then this will be the back of this, like so. Let me turn this around to the side so you can get a visual. This will look like this. It'll go together like this, if that's how you want it. It will go together like this if this is how you want it. Totally up to you. Also, this is going to go on the top. Just trying to give you visuals before we put it together. This will go here. We will glue this to the front right here. We're going to glue this on the top. And this is how you'll be able to peek inside of it. Just like so. But if you want, okay, let me show you this other thing. But if you want this optional back, I'm going to turn this back away. Trying to move it to the edge. This will go here, like so. And then this right here will go on the back. So it'll be like this. And this will go like this. If you get what I'm saying. So I'm probably going to back the camera up a little bit more, but I'm going to use the optional back, but I'm going to show you what this back looks like before we actually glue it on. This is the same piece, but this has the added top if you want the top here. It'll either look like this or it'll look like this right here. I like this back. I'm going to use this back, but you have your options. This one is smaller, cheaper to print, easier to cut out. So we're going to get our glue gun, make sure it's hot, and we're going to start putting everything together. I tried to move you back some, so we're going to see how this goes. This box is going to be pretty big. I might even downsize these a little bit for you guys so it won't be so tall. But hey, I got a lot of stuff to put in it, so it's all good. So this is my bottom. Keep in mind, like I said, this is totally optional. You can just cut out a square and just use that. But we're going to use this right here. And I'm going to glue one here. And I'm going to glue the other on this side over here. So let me decide. I'm going to decide if I want to put this on the side or the top. I'm deciding. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second to decide what I want to do. I'm going to put this here. And where's my front? It's down here. My front goes here. Okay, so I'm going to glue them to the side. So I'm going to put this here. I'm going to glue this to the side right here. So I'm going to take glue and I'm going to trace down the sides of this really fast, as low to the bottom as possible. And you can go back over it if you need to be. We're going to go fast. And then this goes this way. We're going to make sure this is to the edge, in the middle. I'm going to press down and hold for about 30 seconds or so until it's stuck. Once it gets stuck, I'm actually going to flip it over this way, like so. And I'm just going to hold it for now because it's still not fully dry. As you saw, it was falling over. So either way, you're going to have to hold it one way or the other, whether you left it laying down or you stood it up like I just did. Hold it for a few more seconds and then you're good. So now we're going to do this side right here. We're going to do it the same way. I'm going to put glue along this side. And although I have glue oozing out the bottom, it's okay. I'm going to glue this to here on the side, which is okay. It's going to be stuck to my table on this, but it's going to be able to remove easily. So I'm just going to hold this. I'm going to use my chin to balance it. Why not? I think you need to hold it for a little longer than 30 seconds. I said 30 before and it was not dry yet, so you need to hold it a little longer than 30. This always was better when I had somebody to help me, but you know, hey, I don't have anybody to help me today, so. So it being glued to the table may be a bonus. So I have to glue this on here, and I'm going to glue it just inside the same way that I glued the top. But before I glue that, I'm going to put a clear sheet, clear film on here. I'm going to put a clear film right here. This is, it says a craft stencil sheet. I used these before. I use these to cut out objects with my Cricut if I need to. But this comes in perfect for this project. Where are my scissors? I do not know. I never know where anything is. How do you like lose stuff when it's just right beside you? Like, this is crazy. That's the second pair of scissors I lost tonight. Where are they? This is crazy. I have a scissor bandit. That's the second pair I've lost tonight. Let's grab the third pair. I haven't even gotten up but like a couple times. Where are my scissors? Let me see if they're in the drawer. Oh, there's one pair. I'm missing another pair. I don't know. Okay, so I'm just gonna get a little bit of this tape. Now, mind you, I'm not gonna glue this one down until last after I stuff it. because you can determine whether you want to hinge it or, you know, however you want to do it. I always tell you this is your project. Do it how you want to do it. So I'm going to simply put some tape on this just to keep it down. Does not have to be fancy. This part is not going to show. Like I said, I like to use duct tape. But it also will be great if I wanted to glue it down now, if I use these little fasteners right here, these Velcro fasteners. That way the parent can come in and just take this part off so the kids can retrieve their items and then put it back. That's pretty neat. That's a good option if I want to go ahead and this is just a Velcro little square, and I could just put it on the 4 corners and then put this down and tell the parent to just stick their hand in there and unvelcro it, and then it'll fall down. That way the kids can grab stuff or whatever. That's cute too. So, you know, it's always different options. This tape is acting really crazy. This is packing tape, so I don't ever use packing tape to do anything. I just don't really feel like looking for some real tape because your girl is never prepared. So when I sit down and do a project, it's not like, well, you know, I'm in the room with all my supplies, but it's not like I have everything at the table like I should. But it is all good. Let's cut off some little pieces. And let's rough this up. Cut off a piece. Tape it here. Tape it here. Then I'm going to cut. Cut. This side needs cutting as well. And I'm going to cut off a few more tape pieces. I'm not going to put very many tape pieces. Some people use clear cellophane right here. It's up to you. I don't know how many times I got to tell you that this is your project and make it your own. Okay, so I have my clear film here. I'm going to sit this to the side because I'm not going to glue this until I put everything together and put all my contents inside. So this is our back piece here. It's going to glue on like this. And if I wasn't using this back piece, I would be using this shorter back piece, which is right here. And it would go on the same exact way. So whether I use this one, you'll be able to see this from the inside, or I use this one right here. They're going to go on the same way. So I'm just going to glue this on just like so. It needs to be glued on all sides. On all sides. So this is probably going to be a little tricky to try to get it all on at the same time. So whether you want to go quickly with a line this way, and quickly with a line this way, and quickly with a line this way, and quickly put this on here, line it up. You can always add more glue to get this on. Slide it in position. Make sure it's where it needs to be before you press it down and stick it down all the way. And then once you get it to where it needs to be, then you are going to hold it in place. Hold it in place. And I will back the camera up more in a bit. Just let me, you know, get this much done. Okay, that goes all the way to the edge, by the way. That's just the white part that's sticking out. This is so cute. It's gonna be so cute. Okay, so I'm gonna back you up more, and I'm sorry. I am sorry. So tell me why I just recorded for 5 minutes and you guys were not even here. Oh my God. I'm putting glue down both sides of the front. This is my little front panel. And I'm gonna glue it right to the front right here. I had to run with glue in my hands to the camera to turn it on, because I thought I was recording, but I was saying some very pertinent information about what I'm doing. But I was saying this one is pretty big. It's 13 by 19. It's pretty freaking huge. And so if you don't, I would advise you to do the 11 by 17 if you didn't want to make this big one, because this is big. I didn't even visualize in my head. This is my first time making it. So I didn't even visualize how big it was going to be, but it's huge. So I like it. But I was saying that you cannot, what was I saying? You cannot print this back piece on, if you make the small one, that's 11 by 17, you cannot print this big back. You're going to have to stick with the small one. That's all I was saying. Because most people who print the small one print from home. And if you print from home, you're going to have to use this option right here. You're going to have to use this option. That way you can print it at your house with the smaller version. But this thing is so huge. I can't even get it in the, I can't even get the whole thing in the frame. Okay, so most of the time when you have a pinball machine, most of the time when you have a pinball machine, this right here is like extra on the front. You can put this here. This is optional as well. You can glue this here if you want to. And then you can glue this one here if you want to. Or you can stand it up and you can glue these to the back. You can put this one at the top and put this one on the side. And then this one over here on this side. And so, what am I doing? What am I knocking down? Okay, somebody's buttons. Not too much damage. Not too much damage. Okay, so this, I'm going to glue here. I'm going to glue this one to the side right here, and we're just going to make it have a little back on it. You don't have to do this. This is optional. But, you know, a lot of the machines are like this. Or you can put this way and like this if you want it, because a lot of the machines are like this. So it's just totally up to you. It's just for aesthetics. It's not for really any reason. You don't have to do this. That's why I told you that it was optional. You don't have to do this if you don't want, but I made it so it can look really cool and look like a real, you know, pinball machine. This goes back here. This goes on these sides. That's how I'm going to do mine, but you can do it any way you want to do it. We're just trying to make it just like I got these little speakers right here. And then it has a little picture of the little girl, and it says Crimson, which is her name. So I think this is super cute. And this will go on the top of here. And I'm going to glue it right on the inside. This will go right on the top, right on the inside, just like so. Is where this is going to go. But guess what? I'm not gluing this down until I get some lights, because I'm going to put some lights in here. I'm going to put some lights in it, and I'm going to put my legs on it, and then we'll, you know, fill it up, and then we'll put our top on. Come on, top. Don't do us like that. So then we'll put our top on. Just like so. So, an idea. I think I may remake this only because this has the metallic, you know, it's just a print. But I think I'm going to redo this with glitter. And I'll just sublimate it. Just so it can be like shiny. For real. And that'll look cute right here. It'll make it look even better. I think it'll make it look even better right here. But it looks good like this. But I may redo it. I don't know. I'm going to think. But here are my legs. These, I have 2 legs. You know, lots of legs. Now I got 6. I have 4 of these. They came from Amazon. They were $20. Yes, that is high. But I like making stuff look cute. So, hey, let me do my thing, okay? So I'm not screwing these in or anything. I'm just going to put some glue on this thing. And I'm just going to glue it in the corner. We're just doing this to make it look cute. So I have 4 of these. Don't ask me how I'm going to glue them on. Maybe I'll flip this over the table like this and glue them on. Hey, that's what I'm going to do. And we're going to glue on our 4 legs that we got from Amazon for $20 whole. You don't have to do this, but I will leave you the link. Maybe you want to make one of these for your grandchild or something like this. And I'm just going to glue them on. So these are kind of heavy. I would only advise you get these if you're doing 13 by 19. They do have smaller ones. These are the 6 inches. I'm glad I got these, but they have 4 inches and something smaller as well. So these are the 6 inches. But I'm glad I did get these, even though they are they're not light. But we're going to see. We're going to see what we can do. We're going to just glob some glue on here. And we're going to make it do what it do. I think I'm going to take this all the way up to the corner as far as I can. And I think this will work out perfect. I need a new glue stick. Y'all know I like doing stuff. Sometimes I do too much, you know. But, oh well. It is what it is. I'm going to glue this here. Press it down as much as I can. I mean, it's staying really good. So, I can't, like, twist it around. I was about to twist it around. I can't twist it around. I'm just going to come over here. And then when I come back in the daytime, it's probably going to be daytime by the time I put the lights in it. But yeah, this is holding up really, really well. And I will leave the links for all of these materials. Just making sure I'm still recording. Because I'll record a whole section without you guys even being there. And I'm just totally talking to myself. Which is okay. To talk to yourself. So we're just going to let that glue harden for a minute. And then I'll flip it over so we can see how absolutely adorable this thing is. So, I am going to glue my backs on once I set it up. I'm going to glue these on as well. And plate. Look at it. Hold on. Let me do something. Let me try something. So, there is no reason why you should have to do this. I just want to glue them on. I think it's super cute. And that's why I'm doing it. So, it's my project, and I told you to make your project your own. So this one is going here. Once I glue that one on here, I'm going to glue this one directly under it. I'm going to put glue down the side, and I'm going to try not to drop glue on myself so I won't burn myself. I'm going to glue this way to the very top. I'm going to say again, this thing is huge. So if you don't want a big one, you don't want to print big, and you don't want your project big, step down and do the 11 by 17 one or the smaller size one. This is my first one I made. I did not make the smaller size one. But if you make the smaller size one, I would love for you to, send it to me. Tag me in it. something. Let me see it. So I'll see what it looks like because, you know, I just scale everything down. I just scale everything down all together. I'm going to put glue down the side of this. And I can also put glue across the top. And then we're going to glue this one right up under here. I think I have an alarm clock going on. And I actually think I made this to glue this on the top and these on the side. I actually did, but you can glue them however you want to glue them. Glue these on first and then put the top one on. That's how I made it. But it's whatever. It's not like this thing has to work for real. We're just gluing it just to glue it. So wipe that side off because I didn't need it. And glue this one right here. Just to make it look a little better. So we're gonna put this glue gun up. And then I don't even know how to even show you the inside of this. I do. I'm gonna take the camera off. So this is what it's looking like as we go on the inside. This is what it looks like on the inside. That is the top. Isn't she like the most adorable? See the little speakers. See the legs. See everything. How cute that is. Now we're going to fill it with all of our fun stuff. I keep telling y'all over and over again not to be me. Be better than me. Because I went in the store and I literally grabbed everything that had Bluey on it. So don't be me. Them kids don't care. As long as you get them some candy and some little toys, they don't care what it is. So I bought more than enough. But like I said, this space is huge. And so I'm just going to sit this stuff in here. I'm not going to glue it down. I'm just going to sit it in there. I might put it in there a little neat. Put it in there neatly. But I bought some new nano tape. So I could possibly, you know, if I was making this for somebody and I wanted everything to like be stuck down, then I could totally do that. But I'm not worried about that. I'm just going to fill it up with toys and eggs, Bluey stuff, more Bluey stuff, some not Bluey stuff. And we're going to call it a day. That's it. Maybe I'll move that over here somewhere. And that's it. So I'm not going to fill this thing to the brim. I think it's fine just like it is. I got to go get my lights. And I don't have them. I got to go to the store to get them. So it'll be tomorrow before I finish this. I got to put my lights on the inside. And then I'll put my top back on. You will see this all as a whole video. But I think it turned out cute. I hope I didn't make you too dizzy just now. But it is absolutely adorable. Look at that. I got to go get my lights from the store. I forgot them. I made the top. I put these little pieces of foam board here, 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 and here. That way I can just lay the top right in. And it's hard to like do this with one hand. But you can just lay it in. I didn't press it down all the way snugly, but that's how it goes. It's not completely dark right here, but this is what it looks like with the lights. turned out super cute. And I just laid them in there. Didn't tape them to the sides or anything. But it's cute. Panel. Perfect. Okay, so I am screen sharing. Okay, everybody, I just wanted to come on real quick and show you how to design your template if you decide to purchase this. Remember that there are 3 different sizes. You're going to get all of those links in one download. You have your 13 by 19, your 11 by 17, and your 8.5 by 11 is what you have. Okay, so you're going to get your link. You're going to click on it. You're going to go into your Canva. We're just going to use this one simple design. Let's say this is the one that we wanted for our Easter basket. We would drag and drop all of our images in. This one right here, I'm going to click it with my arrow, and then I'm going to slide it over with my arrow buttons. And then I'll click it and slide it back just so I can get the lighter image under the bottom. And make sure you get this right back in the spot it needs to be. This right here, you can put some kind of metallic finish on it if you want. You could totally put the same image in there. Okay, let's say this was our design. I think it's a pretty cool design. And then you come up here and then, oh, hold on, let me go to elements. Then type in metallic. This is only if you want to, and then you can put like a cool metallic color right here. Maybe no. Hold on. Wrong one. Maybe a gold, since, you know, that's kind of yellow in the sky. You can put anything you want. I mean, this is your image, so you could pretty much put anything you want. So if you wanted some kind of, you could make this any color you want. If you wanted it to be a solid color, you just click this circle here, and then you can click on a color. You can totally change it to whatever you want to change it to. It's up to you. If you want to do it like a more of a yellow color that matches this, totally up to you. This is your design. So let's say we'll leave it like this. Then if you don't want to print this bottom, you just want to cut out a square, you don't even do this panel. This one right here, you can drop your image in. I did these 2 separate like this because this is what I did. Or when you come on, I have 2 separate ones right here. But if you just want to drop your image in the back, just delete this front one and then drop your image in. And then these little pieces right here, you can make whatever color you want. If you want to do something like this for the sides, you can. It's totally up to you. And then you can put whatever you want right here as well. So you're just going to fill it with however you want to fill it. This is your project. Then when you finish, you're going to take this, you're going to go share. Then you're going to go download, and you're going to click here, PDF print. Always PDF print. If you're going to print it, it's going to print it the exact size that I have it set up. So you're going to come on. This is what I do. I don't know what you're going to do, but this is what I do. I come over to Photoshop and I open me a document the same size that I am going to print at Walgreens or CVS or Walmart. If I am printing a 16 by 24. If I'm printing a 16 by 24 or 24 by 36, I'm going to make my document over here a 24 by 36. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my PDF print. I'm going to go file. I'm going to go open, go to my downloads, go to my PDF print. I'm going to open it up. All of the pages are going to come up, but I'm just going to open up maybe one at a time. Just make sure one is clicked, press OK. I'm going to take my little box and draw a box around it. You could just move the whole page over, but I kind of like to cut off the edges if it's some extra white pages on there. And I'll go edit copy, come back over here, and then I'll paste it. And I'll do this for all of the pieces until I fill up this one sheet. I'll exit. No, I don't want to save it. File, open. I'll come back over here, open up that same design. Instead of me opening up page 1, I'll open up page 2. Okay. And then I'm going to take my same little rectangle marquee tool, and I'm going to go around this box, edit copy. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to paste it. And I'm going to move it to where I want to put it. And then I'll find, you know, some more pieces. No, I don't want to save it. I'll find another piece that'll fit, that I think will fit right here. Let's try open up the same thing. I know my 2 smaller pieces will fit off of the other design, but let's try this one right here. Let's see if this one will fit. And what you do is you just fill up your page. And once you fill up your page, then you save it. Perfect. That fits as well. You don't want to leave all this space. You want to condense it as much as you can. You know, you want to fit on whatever you can. You can rotate these around to try to fit them better, because you don't want to waste your money. Just move this one under this one. And then I probably can get this one in this corner. And I might be able to get the other one in this corner down here. But you want to try to get as many on one panel, you know, on one print as possible. So after you finish, file, save as. I'm going to go Easter pinball. And then I'll go down here, save as a copy. And then I'm going to drop down to a JPEG, save it to my desktop. Yes. And then now I have my JPEG ready to print. All I got to do is go to Walgreens.com, say I want to print a 24x36 poster, and I'm going to upload that print that I just made. So that's how I do it. And make sure, like I said, don't go too close to the edge. Sometimes the stores like to cut your edges off. And so make sure you have a good, which it really sucks, but make sure you have a good inch or 2 around the edge, because they will mess you up, because they have messed me up before. So have fun. I always tell y'all to tag me in things. A lot of times y'all don't. Send it to me, inbox it, post a picture, let people know you got the template from me, and have fun. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.